I thought I would do this video. It's not a long one, but I tried to do as much as I could to correct the spelling. And this alarming picture which you see, and as follows. I made another short statement. This statement is very short, and it's 7 minutes and 30 some seconds. And I went over, tried to correct the spelling as much as I could. This was actually supposed to been this was supposed to been I was gonna put this in different slides. That's why the statements are gapped out in this. And I did this. I typed this out after church Sunday, and this was on my mind, and I typed it down because I have things that I want to say to people at the fellowship and things that I want to say, and unfortunately I'm not able to say it, and some other people that are shared with me some of the stuff that they're dealing with, and they're not comfortable with sharing things. They're not comfortable with sharing some of what they're going through, and people aren't uncomfortable with sharing certain things. So I'm gonna share this as follows. This is my statement, and I'm gonna link in the description to go to another video which is of another statement. And in that statement I'm sharing. It's I'm actually doing this. I'm actually parked doing this uh doing this picture, um doing this, not picture, but doing this uh in my car, and I'm not driving. So for somebody to say, "Oh, she don't want you to be driving in your phone." No, I'm not driving, and this recording was done on my laptop, and I'm in a parked car, and before I go into my apartment, and it's just that I had to re-record this, and I had to, and just I'm gonna leave this as follows. And this picture is kind of alarming. It's a get you picture, and it's quite concerning in my in my message, and I'm requesting, and it's a statement, and it's from me, and it's just that how I'm feeling. I'm screaming out, and I'm crying out for the requests of the people, and it's just important, and I'm gonna let this audio reader, and I will the next video is the statement, and that's all I can say, and I'm gonna leave it there, and just look in the description. Make sure you look in the description when I do these videos. Look in the description because it might have a link to something. Always make sure you, just because sometimes I add statements and statements to my statement in the description. So please check in the description. So I'm going to leave that there. And this is the video as video recording, which I recorded on my cell phone, holding it up next to the laptop, and as the audio reader reads out loud. I just like that audio reader, just having fun with it. Other people can have fun with it, and I'm going to have some more with run-on sentences and not the best of grammar. And I would just leave that there, and you just check this out, and the next statement, and it says this as follows.
I am making a statement of urgent concerns and often matters of deep urgency. And for the sake of all that is good for the greater good, I will address certain mild and pressing matters. I will be using many words not the best of grammar. I will be using run-on sentences and making statements that ones may find alarming and possibly offensive. Today and every day we see the often decline of heart to heart. Many typing, always typing and screening that which is of any that matters. There are things and so many things that are hard to say. I will end somewhat of a message in this typed statement in the audio read loud. I am addressing to whom it may concern if it even mattered. Not that I am advocating for any of those who promoted matters saying they did when they didn't, and it's hard to explain things this day to nice people who have been in a world of constant propaganda with the twisted truths with a constant agenda and some ways in my opinion quite deadly. For more about that I will have to link you to my statements on my Rumble channel. Not that it was my message of the statements made on here. I will try to be as brief as I can for the sake of time and mass censorship, and this timed message I am trying to keep under a certain amount of minutes. Here it goes. There are things that people, even if they speak nicely and in caution, end up misinterpreting something, and you can't say how you're really feeling because of pushback and of the embarrassment. Not that we were trying not to be. It's just that serious matters are hard to talk about. In some cases family, friends, and or anyone that could help and might help. These days with best of intentions. So many think that they are helping, but they are causing a false hope in many cases of people even to take into consideration of their urgent situation. It could be someone in an abusive situation, some type of enslavement, some type of health matter, and or a financial matter, some of or all the above. One might be in a crappy employment situation and or something in the last run-on sentence that I stated. It is hard to explain. It's even hard to tell people who care or maybe not that you are having financial difficulties. It's even hard to share so many things even in a good fellowship, and especially not in a shady one. These days it's the hardest to say that you are in some type of pain and or having financial difficulties and close to becoming homeless or already homeless. There are certain urgent matters that it is hard to explain to those who believe that God will always step into the situation before it's too late. There are many who have hope and some yet shortened by overextended fuel pricing. Do we say sorry, I would have given more or given in the offering in the fellowship, but I needed money for gas. Sorry, I am behind on payments on certain matters. Somehow, I think preachers think that the patrons, I will call those who still attend fellowships, that money will come in supernaturally because you gave, and let alone if you gave your correctly designated 10% and some kind donations, that your bills will be paid in an appropriate time matter. Not it mattered who's counting. Some others are. I'm so ready for this Nizara and Gizara thing that certain ones are. It's just that if there is a financial struggle, people should be about to mention in the fellowships without judgment of the fury that is the mob criticism. As for Shelley Love One, is it okay to share? One would claim that you don't need to leave out of town to fellowship. Am I on house arrest? Does it even matter anymore? Shelley Love One just want to be around those ones not made of gingerbread. I mean the softies. A lot of softies around still muzzled for the thing. Not that I was discriminating. Views and opinions. This might be offensive. I try to be kind, like on a purple t-shirt that I own. I really would like to say what is on my mind. I just want to able to, as well as others should be able to say, I need money to take care of financial obligations. One might say, aren't you working? People do not like to ask their family or outside blood family relatives if there is, and they want to help. Some don't. Most people don't care unless it's then their immediate needs. Some people are deciding to move money and things around if they knew how to. Some people are behind financially and done brief traveling. In the case of Shelley Love One, just because one travels D0ESNT mean that everything is always paid. Times will catch up. It's hard to share. I have recently heard about others sharing. It's hard to share anything to those in the fellowships because of fear and the shame of being noted as one that is unwise with their funds. As of this I have set up a Give Send Go. I just would need to link those to the page which I think is posted. It's just that sharing anything these days folks are so judgmental about in and everything of constant matters and deep urgently. It's just hard to explain. Not that I needed to explain that are supposed to hear everything from God and the other. It's just it's very important that people listen, and they care. People need to be able to tell the people of the fellowships that they need money. They should be able to share if they are behind on their payments and struggle of financial strain. Everyone is not lazy. Some are. Most fellowships don't have affordable housing or designated housing if people are displaced. There needs to be affordable housing ran by good people and not evil overlords. There needs to be employment and business opportunities that people can be assisted in making decent immediate funds. There needs to be immediate funds available if folks are in needs, not because they gave 10% in offerings. There needs to be transportation and transportation assistance. Metro is not always running in certain schedules to correspond with the need to get to where they are going. People need help. I will say that people need to be helped. There is a lot of stress in a society ran by those I will claim in my deep opinions are allegedly not all human. The preachers are controlled in their fellowships how to talk about the Bible and be void of empathy. We are told because of nice words from our Creator and anyone above will come in and change because people in the Bible had help, and some of the preachers conveniently have testimonies of their financial breakthroughs. Besides, it's always the preachers that got the breakthrough at certain matters. If you live right, there is someone there. I am still waiting for some kind supernatural intervention. Okay, never mind, not that I was waiting because bills do not pay themselves. And the fellowships are not helping people and seeing the needs get met of those in the fellowships. I have a heart and I must at once work on that which is of the greater good with the Shelley Love One Fellowship. Besides, I'm requesting that those of a fellowship and of a social community of any kind to be able to have outlets and places where people can go that is safe if them and or the younger ones are in danger. There needs to be a social community outside of just typed messages on screens that people should be able to and need to go, which includes medical assistance, because a lot of the system has been run into submission of non-light forces and allegedly not all humans. I will link more of what I really want to say in a link to a video or more elsewhere in the description, because if I don't link so someone can click, they would never go past my videos only shared on this platform.